How you doing today, folks? I'm out here on Slane Lake with Mr. Thalmas Racine Sr.
How you doing there, Nick?
Good. We're going to do a little crappie fishing today. I'm out here getting a lesson on how to use 11, 12-foot poles with jigs. So stick around. Maybe we can catch some fish, have a good time. We'll be right back to you in a minute.
The Raging Cajun.
There's one.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, that's a pretty good fish right there, Mr. Racine.
That's a pretty good fish there. He's going to get hung up around his trolling motor here with that jig.
You got him?
Yeah.
Look at that fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one there.
That's what we're coming after right here, is just good quality fish like it.
You take notice too, the fish here in Saline is, like the river, they're good and healthy and
Good
real
fish.
good eating too, you see.
Boy, they're awfully cold. I guess it's that cold
that's
water
cold
right
water.
now.
Yeah, that front had come through, you see, and the fish is stacked up here pretty good. And now they're kind of scattered out. You kind of got to chase them down and find out where they're at, And they'll hold different depths. You'll get maybe early in the morning there, you'll catch them around 13, 14 feet, and then as it gets warmer up into the day, well, then you got to drop on down, maybe to 18 to feed on them.
How do you, I mean, it's just like bass fishing. It's hard to figure out where the fish are at. What's the best way to find these fish out here?
Well, what you do is fish you usually hold up in some of these bends in deep water, Like, all right, you take out in the lakes in 8 and 10, 12 feet of water. In December, they'll start heading and start coming up, into 15, 16 feet of water. So a lot of our canals has got, 15, 16 feet of water, and you'll catch a lot of fish there. On their way to this deep water, 22 to 25 feet, you see.
Okay.
And you take January, this month here, and February up in the real cold, and they'll bunch up. But see, we had that cold front come through, and they all bunched up here into this deep water. There was more over here at the cross coming out of Larto. They was really ganged up there the other day, and they're beginning to move out, coming into these bayous, Which these bayous are deep. These are some of the deepest bayous here.
Well, we're in 25 foot right now.
Yep.
Mr. Racine has taught me how to do this, and just so many different tricks to getting the fish to bite. I mean, it's, when I first started, I come out with a cork and always threw a shiner. Now I'm coming out here with these jigs, and what we're using 12-foot poles.
Yeah, 12 foot.
With some yellow line, and what pounds? That's 8 pounds?
That's 8 pound, yeah. The reason for the 8 pound, you see it, the big ones like what we just caught?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll catch 2 and 3. 6 pounds just won't hold it, you see.
Yeah.
6 pound line will not, there's another one there.
There's another one. See,
and, he's not as big though, he's a small one, but he was up shallow. We're gonna throw him, little fella, back.
You know what they always say, the teacher puts it on you.
Yeah. But the jigs here though, every time you get a strike, even with a little fish,
Get a shot of this right here, of what we got going on.
It's multiple trolling is what it is, and this jig, the head is made, the eye's not really in the right place because it hangs down after you put the skirt on. If you pull that skirt off now, that jig will hang horizontal. So therefore, when you put the skirt on, then the jig hangs down. To get a strike, though, you can push that knot down, and now your jig is hanging horizontal in the water.
Well, look at that. See, so when it's straight up like it, you can see the dip. But when you pull
it down, then it hangs.
And that's where your strike's going to come.
That's where you're going to get your strike. Now, when they're really eating it up, I mean, really getting it, naturally they'll hit it on a fall as it's falling.
Yeah.
But like right now, where it's slow, and when the fish slows down, well, then every little trick that you can do is put more fish in the box for you,
All right. Say when.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good fish right
Yeah,
there.
that's good eating size.
There ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. You just got to be real particular on them jigs when you get them. But this right here I found to really get you see how that hook gets down in there? And you can just...
Well, that's just a pair of clippers.
Yeah, just a pair of clippers with a V in it.
Clippers?
It really works good there.
clippers with the V, and he popped that jig right out of that fish.
It works real good. It's a lot of times better than pliers, you know. Sometimes you get to have the pliers, though. It'll get on down real deep.
All right. You know, before we started setting up, you were saying how clouds, the cloudy weather is better to be doing this right here than a real sunny day.
Well,
we found this spot, and we had caught some real good fish right before the sun started to get up, and then they just sort of slowed down.
yeah. The cloudier it is, you know, it really makes a difference. You got to sometimes change your jigs, you know. They might be biting on a short truth or like a black and orange, you know.
Yeah.
And you might change the color jig, put a sun come out. A lot of times you put a little sparkle in your jig, you know, and that helps out a lot.
Well, I figured, I just took it for granted when I first started crappie fishing that, you know, hey, it's muddy out here most of the time. The water's a little dingy right now, and you're fishing 14 to 15 feet down. That, you know, it really wouldn't make that big of a difference about the sun at that water depth, but
Well,
it really does.
yeah, you know, sometime, and again, this water right here, really and truly, there's another one.
There's another one, the man himself.
If you, he's on the bottom jig.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
Sometime, I'll tell you what, if you're fishing,
Let's
and we'll
show
just
him
say that
fish
you
right there.
are fishing, we're just saying that you're fishing 12, 13 foot deep, and the fish is small, I'll drop him in, and the fish is small, and you keep catching nothing but the smaller fish, drop it on down a little deeper. Go down about 3, 4 foot deeper, you know, about 3 foot below from where you caught the last one, you know. And a lot of times you'll catch the big ones. The big ones, if you're catching a bunch of little ones, the big ones are usually be, you know, underneath.
Right below him.
That's right below.
That's a good fish, Mr. Racine.
Yes, sure is.
Whoa, he's going everywhere.
I'm telling you, that's a whopper.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, you get so much line out here, you got to really be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful, or you'll get yourself hooked.
Jigs, you get your jigs everywhere. Come here, buddy.
Yeah.
Good fish. It's a real one. All right. That's a good fish right there, folks. Gonna handle a few more dozen of those. Now, he got on that jig pretty good.
It
And
was on your bottom jig on that blue, wasn't it?
yes, sir. And I noticed, you know, like he was telling me a while back, the bigger fish will just, you won't hardly feel them.
No, you'll just feel change, you know.
But that one knocked it pretty hard.
He knocked it hard? All right.
And that's the first one I've ever caught doing this that is a big one that has really waylaid
hit it good. Sometimes they'll do it. He's not a big whopper, but he's a fish.
That's a fish.
Yeah.
That's a decent little fish right there.
Really and truly, these are the best size to eat, you know, whole without filleting them. A lot of people like to eat these, you know. Myself, I prefer them than fillet. You know?
Oh, yeah, they're good. There's no doubt about that. I've noticed, you know, I mean, white perch crappie, they taste a lot better than a bass anyways.
Yeah.
I prefer eating those than a bass. I've never really noticed a difference in a
I was
taste.
in reverse.
There's a lot of boats out here. You can see all the
Yeah.
boats fishing out here. We had to leave another high traffic
There's
area.
one there.
All right, we got one over here. Good fish?
Yeah, he feels decent.
Yeah, that's a good slab right there.
Yeah. Good eating.
All right. Boy, oh boy. See, I'm glad you're in my boat today because all these fish, you know, I hate to take them out of my live well.
Yeah.
You got another one on this one. You walked away and I got him for you.
You got him?
Yeah, go ahead. I got.
Go ahead and bring him on in there. Let me have that. There you go. Get this one out of your way.
That's a decent little fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Well, he's swimming
Oh
around like
man,
crazy.
he's getting it, huh? He's on that bottom jig too, ain't he?
Yeah, they're coming off the
Yeah.
bottom jig good now. Good fish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this gives you a break from bass. I know you bass fished a lot in your younger years. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he got it buried. And this gives you a nice little break coming and doing this.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
There you go. Yeah, you walked away and I seen that rod tip just barely bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
Good fish. When that rod tip started bouncing.
And something else on this right here.
Uh-huh.
Let me give you an idea right here. You see this? See this skirt right here?
Yes, sir.
Now, always remember that. This is important, this not. If this skirt is down like this right here,
Pulled down.
just a little bit, like that,
Uh-huh.
forget about it. He will not hit it.
Come on.
That skirt has got to be all the way up against that head, and it'll make him. It'll make him get it. Oh man.
Just the tricks. I hope y'all are listening to this stuff because it's valuable. I have went from frustrated to just catching fish like this on a regular basis. And that's going from a man with experience. Anytime you can go out with somebody who does this kind of stuff constantly, you're going to catch fish.
Yeah.
And Mr. Racine, very rarely I come out here and you're not out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Back when I start car race, I didn't have the time to do it, and I just had to do it every once in a while, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't do too many sports at one time, you know.
Well, you own a mechanic shop, right?
Yeah, Racine's Auto Repair.
Racine's Auto Repair.
Yeah, me and my two sons.
Y'all work on anything?
Yeah, just about diesel. We rebuild engines, and
And people can find that number in the book if
yeah,
you're looking for it.
yeah, that's 443-4097.
I'll make sure I add that to the screen for you, and people looking to get their vehicles fixed and give Mr. Racine a call. Maybe you can bribe him into taking you fishing.
Yeah, we.
All right, there's a fish.
That's a nice one.
That's a good fish right there.
Yeah,
Good fish.
I'm telling you, that is a nice one.
Yes, sir. Caught that one on the top jig.
Yeah, Nick. He's up high, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
See, they're feeding on them shiners, you see. They shiner running them shiners.
Boy, that's a fine fish. That's some good eating right there. Feeling live well.
There's another one.
You got one? All right, get him in. Now he come off the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a decent fish there, man.
That's a nice one.
I tell you, it just opens up a whole new world coming out here and throwing these jigs.
Yeah, you know, you can slip cark them with a rod and reel, but I'll tell you what, anybody that ever try this multiple trolling with these, well, you can put more than, you know, I've tried it with 4 and 5 and 6 jigs, but the more jigs you got on there, the worse it tangles up, especially if the wind's blowing. You just can't hold 3 is enough, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because like I caught a bass earlier, and they go so crazy. I spent 15 minutes trying to.
Because you can take, if you're going to a place that you don't know, and if you're crappie fishing, you can always put one pole at bottom. Okay, just get it about a foot off the bottom, and then come up. This is 3.5 foot from here to that jig there, about 3 foot. You see, 3 foot 3 inches. Well, you come that far up and put that, so you're covering about 7 feet of water.
So you're gonna find the water depth there.
And you're gonna find water, and you throw a while, and if you don't get a hit there, well, then you take the deep one, and you come up, leave this one like it is, come up
above it.
above here.
Okay.
So that's gonna bring you from, if you're in 15 feet of water, that's gonna bring you on up, say 10 feet of water that you're covering, 9, 10 feet.
Whoa.
There you go.
There's a good one.
That's a nice one there.
Man, look at the size of these fish today. Quick reaction. You've got to be quick with these jigs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta stay on your toes.
It's taken me quite a bit of time to learn how to do this. Where's your clippers at, Mr. Racine?
Right here.
He's got me pretty good here. These fish, I want to show them this jig, what they do to these jigs before I take it out. If you can get a picture of that jig in that fish's mouth, he has completely swallowed it.
Yeah, and he'll blow it out just that fast, and you will not get him if you don't be real sensitive. When they're hitting it hard, well, you don't have a problem. But when they're just sucking it in and blowing it out, you know, you got to be real quick on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to be real quick on it. And if you don't get him, if you don't be real sensitive, when they hit it hard, well, you don't have a problem. But when they're just sucking it in and blowing it out, you know, you got to be real quick on it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be real quick on it.
Lower, your Kubota
Going to
Superstore
Mississippi,
has
call
done it again.
1-800-WARMIST for your hunting, fishing, and outfitter's guide.
All right, you got yourself another one there.
Yeah. He's a eater.
Yeah, that's not a bad fish. Swallowed that bottom jig, boy.
Yeah, I'm talking about you see what he done?
Yes,
He took it all the way in.
good,
I
man.
mean, he was hungry for it.
Your clippers are right behind you.
All right. Yeah, this Christmas tree, it gets hung up.
Decent fish. Man, I'm telling you, we got a live well full here. You just...
Yeah, you go.
And you're gonna show me the proper way to clean them too, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can, you know, you'll see a lot of people trolling with 3-4 jig poles in the boat.
Uh-huh.
And most time of the year when they're hitting, where you can feel the tick, you know,
Yeah.
well, you can produce a lot of fish.
And I
But
guess
at
that's...
the times when they're not, you better off with 2 poles to feel the strike. Cause if you got the pole laying down there, you'll never catch one if you don't move the line, if you don't have that certain feel, you see.
Well, you'll see people going across the water, and they'll have, like you said, 4 or 5 poles sitting out there with their hands not on them.
Uh-huh.
And right now, you really have to have your hands on them.
Yeah, yeah. When they're not hitting real good, you've got to really got to have the feel.
Whoa.
Now,
That's
there
a
you
good
got him. Uh-huh.
Well, that feels like a good one.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He acted bigger than what he was.
Yeah, that's why I say they'll fool you, won't they?
He'll
Them
feel
old big ones there. They'll hit it lighter than
that one a fillet right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good eating there.
I caught him in the eye.
Uh-huh.
He was looking at my bait. I guess he looked too hard, huh?
You might have to get that
Every time you get a hard hit, it's a small fish.
Mm-hmm.
Just like clockwork. Just like clockwork. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
You got one?
Yeah, boy, he socked
Yep.
it too. Whoa, my reel opened up. I almost lost him.
Ah, this is a nice one.
This is a good one here.
Yeah, now these here are the kind.
Oh,
These here are the kind, son, that you want to fillet.
this is the one I gotta bend down and get here.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that is a beautiful one.
Man,
I guarantee you.
good fish.
Yeah,
That's some nice fish right there.
yeah. They're healthy though. You know, good and fat.
Oh yeah.
These fish here are really something else. Here you go. Might get another one right here.
Yeah, we might just be able to do that. Let's go back
Make sure you turn that jig now.
and get another one.
Yeah, there's one there.
Come on.
Yeah, look at that. That's a good one.
I broke the line.
You broke your line?
I just got a good hit and broke my line.
But no.
Well, let's get
Well,
this
there's
fish
one
in.
right there.
Well, he's got you all wrapped up.
Whoa. Here's another one.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Gosh, dog. I broke my line. That must have been a good fish.
That
I
must have been
felt
a
something
good
solid.
fish, yeah. If you,
Must have got weak on me in a spot
Yeah.
and I didn't catch it.
well, you usually try to retie
fish.
them lines, you know.
Uh-huh.
Retie them there after you catch several fish, because them knots, what happens, the knots right here,
Uh-huh.
they'll tighten up and eventually cut that line.
Well, look,
Okay.
Mr. Racine, I've had a good time.
I've been nice coming out here and doing this. We got to do it again, you know.
I appreciate you bringing me out here. Come on out to Saline, catch some crappie, white perch, whatever you want to call them. It's a blast. Take some of these tips we showed you today, try to put them to use, and just follow every instruction that this man told today, and it's going to improve your catch fishing. I guarantee it. And look, until next week, I'm Nick Jorgensen with Mr. Racine. This is Outdoor Adventures.